What's going on, everybody? Another episode of The Sit Down, and today I'm here with a friend of mine. It's Sabino from Growing Up Italian. What's going on, Sabino?
What's up, Nico? Thanks for having me.
Dude, thanks for coming on. This was like we were talking about earlier, you have a bunch of podcast episodes in the bank in case like you hit some slow patches, and dude, you came through. And honestly, you're a guest that I love having. And another thing too on top of this was I was looking through like my memories on Instagram and stuff. Our first podcast that we did together when I was in Brooklyn was almost exactly a year ago.
I was at the shop, like
Yeah.
quick little like episode.
Yeah, that quick little episode with you and your sister. And
then you met Luca that day.
No, I think that was after. That was the next time I came down.
That was the next time?
Yeah. But yeah, it's
been in Brooklyn in a while.
Dude, it's been since February.
You actually were in our office like one of the first times we had it, I remember.
Yeah, for sure.
We sat in there, we're chopping it up. So this has been a long time coming, man. I
know, and it's great. I feel like almost like family now.
Yeah, you are family, bro. I'm actually going to use this episode for our podcast too, you know?
Awesome, yeah, for sure.
Because I've been meaning to have you on mine also, so.
Yeah, dual podcast. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so what you up to? How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. It was quiet this year, bro. You know, like it was a weird year.
I feel you. What do you guys do? Because I talked about this a little bit on my last episode, but do you guys do like turkey stuffing, great, like mashed potatoes, or do you like?
We do like the American stuff, but then there is definitely some Italian like twists, like mozzarella, prosciutto.
Yeah.
Like a nice antipasto, and then we got we used to do lasagna, but like the last 2 years, they're like it's too much. So we did like a soup. Like a lentil soup kind of thing, you know, like a year ago, and then this year was like a little pea soup, you know. So we do like a little pea soup with homemade pasta, like different things like that. The lasagna is too much.
Yeah, I feel
too much.
I feel like I was saying in like the last episode, like my brother's allergic to turkey, my mom hates it, so we've been doing just filet on Thanksgiving because it's a small little family. Like most of our like families like kind of moved away and stuff, but so it's just been like the core like 5 of us. So
no, that's cool.
Yeah.
You do it big with the filet, man. You know.
Yeah, my mom makes like a béarnaise sauce. It's so good.
That's fire. Yeah, that's good.
For sure. And it was also I was going back and seeing like old stuff. Like a year ago, you guys weren't on TikTok, and then in February when I came down, we were doing TikToks together. And you guys like just hit 1,000. Now you
were like one of the first people to really help us. Like when we did videos with you, like I give you credit because like you were the big homie at the time on TikTok. Like you had the most out of all the Italian pages probably.
Yeah.
As far as like Italian like media pages like us, like you had like the most by far.
And then you guys came along and said, "Hold my espresso," and just took it.
Exactly. Yeah, we're like, hold on, you know. Yeah, but yeah, I remember when we first did like videos with you, like that helped us blow up. So you met Rosaria really before she was doing videos.
Yeah, and she's like a celebrity in herself now. She's I think is one of like the best creators like on the whole app in my opinion.
Yeah, bro, and you know I gotta give her credit because like 90% is all her. Like I never have to say, "Yo, do a video, post a video," like.
No, whenever I open the app, she's literally, if not the first person, like the second or third person I see every time I just open the app.
She's clockwork, bro. She just pumps out videos like a machine, you know?
I know.
So, you know big credit. I gotta get her on the podcast.
100%. I definitely want to talk to her for sure. But now you guys are over 200,000 followers. It's insanity. It's so great.
We're not done yet either.
I know you guys aren't done.
I got some aces in the sleeve. Honestly, we're looking to hit 1 million.
Like, I don't blame you. That's a definitely achievable goal, I think.
We have like a date on a calendar that, you know, we set a goal to. And yeah, we got some things coming that we think is gonna help us like catapult, because like the way TikTok works, so like you really get like your followers in batches, you know, like you get like steadily like followers every day, like on every app.
Mm-hmm.
At least like, you know, anybody that's good at social media, they're growing, you know, like it's important to grow. But like when you get that viral video on TikTok, you get the 20, 30,000 followers, like just from that one video.
I know.
So you know, it's all about getting million view videos, like going viral, you know?
Yeah, and I think one of the things that you guys do extremely well, and I preach it when I'm talking to clients, when I'm talking to just anybody, it's like the best thing you could do is collaborate with other people. And I think that's where you guys just totally excel. You guys bring in like the Gina Vellas, you guys bring in like my boy Vince and like Nicky Boy, all those people. And like
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
in,
Thanks for hooking us up with our guy Young Pasta. It's funny because when he reached out, I was like, oh snap, and we had that conversation where I was like, you know, is it cool if he works with us, whatever? Because I show you respect. If it's somebody that wants to come from another team, I'm just taking them.
yeah,
Like, you know, like when if you want to play for the Yankees, and by the
mhm,
way, I'm a Mets fan. But
yeah,
if you want to play with the Yankees, like come win your rings here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But yeah, like Vin, it's crazy because like when these kids come and work with us, like their growth just turns up a notch. And
Dude,
like,
he got to 50K like that.
yep, in
Like
2
that.
weeks, you know, and you know, I give Vin credit because like he's putting in the work that you need to put as a
Yeah.
content creator. So like, you know, it's all him, but like I really think like the hub of talent that we have right now
Mhm.
is crazy. Like just them working together, like having a place that they can meet up and work and like get the creative juices flowing has been the
Mhm.
difference, you know?
For sure, for sure. And you guys got a couple people on the way too to the studio soon.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when does this episode come out?
This will be out Saturday.
So Saturday is when we're supposed to. So hopefully by the time you see us, you
All
see
right.
who.
So those of you watching on Saturday, go to Growing Up Italian TikTok right now and go see
Or
some.
go to any Italian creators TikTok, and you'll see. You know, because there's like going to be a bunch of us creating content the whole day. Like that's what I do. I set up a window, and I'm like, this is the day we're all meeting up. I give everybody different time slots. I'm like, let's do it. You know, like
That's so great.
we'll
And you
just.
guys, honestly, you're in the best location in the entire world for like the niche that we're in, the Italian
Brooklyn.
American niche.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Well, Brooklyn. Yeah, I mean, even like, yeah, definitely. I mean, when you think of Italian Americans, like Brooklyn's got to be one of the first places.
Yeah. If not, it be first.
And anywhere else is close. Like in our bracket, Staten Island won.
Yeah.
You know, Staten Island's 30 minutes away. The
Mhm.
Bronx, people in the Bronx are so pissed. It's 30 minutes away too. You know, so Brooklyn's in the middle of everything. That's why it's so popular in New
Yeah.
York. You
Close
know,
to Jersey, Staten Island, Manhattan, Long Island, all those places.
or it's an hour away from everything. You know, like
Yeah.
the most.
I know.
But yeah,
And you got all
that's
those.
why we've been having.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree. I mean, and you guys take advantage of it. It's one thing to have all this like accessible to you. It's another thing to like take advantage of it and really use it to grow. And I applaud you guys for that for sure.
But I mean, honestly I couldn't do it without my team though. Like I don't want to stay here, like you know, say I'm a genius. Like I gotta give credits to my cousin Rocco, my sister Michaela,
Hmm.
and my cousin Rosalia the most. Because like for me right now, like that's growing up Italian's core four important pieces, and
Yep.
like I don't gotta worry about like literally like we work so well together. It's incredible, you know. And now things are starting to really click, you
Yeah,
know.
that's awesome. So what are like some things outside of TikTok in the future that could come up soon? Like anything with YouTube or any like long form content?
Yeah, I mean, before the pandemic, I had two digital series that I was filming. One with Sal the Voice.
Hmm.
We have like 3 episodes done, but we really wanted to get 5 episodes done before we start releasing them. And this is just like classic YouTube content that is going to age like fine
The
wine.
first one dropped, right? Or is there's like a clip
It
of
was
it that dropped?
just a teaser. Like basically, like I had what I did was, you know, we had Anthony Rodia as a guest. So, you know, they had like a really great conversation for 20 minutes.
Hmm.
So I'm like, you know, for a digital series, way too long. But I'm like, since like we're in a pandemic, like let's just release that as a podcast, you know, like them two sitting down. And that's what we did, you know?
Cool. Very cool. Yeah, and then you guys got your own podcast too, the Grown Up Italian podcast.
Yeah, we release every Sunday too.
Every Sunday. All right. Yeah, for everybody listening here, definitely go listen to the Grown Up Italian podcast because you guys have some monster freaking guests too. I think probably one of the perks of being in Brooklyn too, and being like connected in that area in that
Yeah,
sense.
we recently like got some pretty crazy guests. You know, it's just like crazy with the Zooms and stuff. You know, like I really want to start doing a lot of big stuff in person. But yeah, I actually got like I'm actually doing a really crazy podcast tomorrow.
Okay.
Probably like the best Italian basketball player in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, like confirmed. You know, I got that. I got another podcast with this girl that was on an MTV show coming. We never interviewed her. So we got like, bro, like crazy things coming. Like it's all coming together, you know? Like,
I know, I feel you. That's why it's like it sucks for me, like in Buffalo. I mean, that's like Zoom is like a blessing for me too, because I'm able to talk to people all around the world, which is great. But I'm supposed to have a pretty like decent guest that's actually in Niagara Falls, who I just connected with online. So that should be fun to be finally get in person and do a podcast.
so that, bro, I was looking at some of your podcasts. You've done some really good ones. Like you've done ones that I actually want to do. Like you did one with that girl Juicy from Chicago. She's mad funny.
She
It's the same
was
girl.
totally like blew my mind how freaking hilarious she was. Just
She's
like
funny. I get along with her. She actually just became an affiliate Growing Up Italian too.
awesome.
If you look at the link in the bio, yes, it says Growing Up Italian. Um, what else? What other one you did? I saw the one with the brothers from Brooklyn. I was cracking up.
Those guys are funny.
I saw a couple of minutes of it. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw the beginning.
Yeah, those guys are funny.
Uh, I saw I saw the one you did with that little girl from Philly. What's her name?
Oh, Gabriella.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
she blew up.
she's got 2 million followers. She's the most followed person I've ever, I guess, talked to.
That's great, bro. That's great.
Yeah, my two favorites that I've done. Not to say that there's like a favorite because like literally everybody I talk to, I have a blast doing this. But Johnny Russo was definitely just like a mind blowing one.
I remember you. I
Yeah, I
remember.
was I was in the city that time. I saw you guys like the next day. But
Yeah, I remember you were telling me like he hung out with Frank Sinatra and Escobar, right?
yeah, he got kidnapped by Pablo Escobar. He hooked up with Marilyn Monroe. Like that's just a blast. I mean, for those of you who don't see, that's probably like my most viewed podcast too.
Yeah.
But then I got to hang out with him too. He was doing one man shows, and then turns out he was in Niagara Falls, Ontario. So my mom and I went. We went, met up with him beforehand for a drink, and after we went backstage and hung out backstage with him and his crew, it was a blast.
This is pre-COVID, right?
This was, I think, the week before everything closed down.
The week before the world ended.
Yeah, the week the week before the world ended, pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I know. Then I was like so
I know
excited.
you do. I know you do. Like I want to since like I want to like try to put this episode out. Also, I want to ask you because I know you do a lot of stuff with like Facebook businesses and like we're friends on Facebook, so I always see like. And I think I'm in your group, like Italian American.
Yeah, Italian restaurant owners. If you're an Italian restaurant owner listening to it, we've got the Facebook group. We're putting out like
Exactly. So that's why I just wanted you to plug in your stuff. And we actually never had a conversation exactly like how you do like the advertising because I know you like specifically build out like programs for different restaurants. So I would love to hear about that.
Yeah, so basically, if those of you that aren't business owners, what my business is mainly Facebook and Instagram advertising and bringing businesses return on their marketing investment. So the way I explain it to people when I talk about like advertising is like, who here has shopped online? And then like, have you been to Nike.com, Eastbay, like all these sites? And then you go back to Facebook or Instagram, you're seeing what you shopped for on that site. Those are Facebook ads.
Or even if you talk about it sometimes.
Yeah, if you talk about it.
That bugs me out.
Yeah, Zux is probably spying on us right now, but
I mean, right now is my phone's listening and
yeah, but basically I put those ads in front of people that should see it. So even with the woodenspoonstore.com, if you go to the woodenspoonstore.com and you add something to your cart and I've got ads running, like chances are if you go back to Facebook, you might see an ad for what you were shopping for on my website with a coupon code to help you finish your purchase. So it's like ads. And then, yeah, I like working with restaurants the most because you get to get really creative with what are we going to do? Are we going to do a giveaway? Are we going to do an offer? Or are we going to start creating content for the restaurant, like making maybe little cooking videos or taking pictures of like the bartender making drinks or stuff like that, to really try to grow your business pages and really get excitement about people wanting to go eat at your restaurant or go visit your business.
Yeah, bro, content is the key. You know what it is? Like, I look at it as like now people really like get 90% of entertainment from their phones. So
Oh,
like
100%.
as far as like TV shows go, like that's gonna be dead, bro, in a
I
couple of
know.
years.
I mean, I feel like we were even far behind it. We just ditched cable. We got Hulu TV, and we pay a third of what we paid, and we get all of the same stuff we were watching before.
Yeah,
And
but
on
like
top of it,
I don't even watch TV. Like I really don't. I swear. Like if I watch TV once a month, it's a lot. Like the most times I watch TV is when I'm watching like live sporting events, and like sometimes you don't even need it for that. You know, like I don't watch the Jets. You know, I gave up on them. You know, I really don't watch any TV, but like I'll use ESPN Plus to watch some soccer games, like some Italy soccer games, because for $5 a month you could watch any Italian team play.
that's what I do.
Unheard of.
I'm the biggest mixed martial arts and boxing fan, and that's all on Saturdays. That's the time I'm watching TV the most. We're watching the fights, and we're just having a good time. I don't like to like go out and party.
ESPN Plus for that too, right?
Yeah, $5 a month, and I get access to 90% of the UFC's content.
Yeah, bro, it's great.
And speaking of the fights, we're trying to work something out right now. I called out a lot of people recently on my TikTok.
Listen, if we should have had a Patreon for the conversation we had before the episode started.
Honestly,
And
that's
people that pay $5 could listen to that because that's like so much gems. But yeah, bro, listen. If anybody could pull off an event like that you're talking about, of Italian celebrities, Italian like TikTok stars, everybody
influencers.
knows
Yeah.
who it is.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who could help put that together, and it would be in Brooklyn. Like
Yeah, it's got to be. Everybody's in Brooklyn. I mean, you're basically right near the fight capital of like, we're one of the biggest event centers in Madison Square Garden, like Barclays Center. Like, how many fighters have been within 10 square miles of that? Like Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, like all those guys, like literally within 10 miles.
Yeah, I mean we got two crazy like Barclays and MSG, just iconic. But we could do something where we just get a boxing gym, and we just, because it's COVID time, like we just set it up like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to fight any influencer that that'll have me, and I'm prepared to win. But I mean, I think honestly we could sell pay-per-view.
That TikTok you did had me cracking up though, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think
I really put him in our group chats, and I was like,
a little side note.
Everybody commented on that,
Little side note. I do think I'm getting shadow banned on TikTok. That's just a side note, though. But not a lot of people.
Did you go into the Creator Fund?
I'm gonna leave it this month.
How long have you been in it?
Like 3 months. I barely made any money. It's nothing.
That's your answer then, bro. Get out of it.
Because honestly, the amount of exposure I think I lacked, I could probably have made up for that in shirt sales or even giant spoon sales, like within a couple days.
Yeah, 100%. Yo, how much do you sell those big wooden spoon for?
Right now they're on the site for $150.
Yeah, I need to get one, bro. I need one of those for the office.
We got you. We'll hook it up.
Yeah, well, after this, tell me how much to invest on you. We'll set something up.
Oh yeah, 100%. But yeah,
like when we're in the office, like we're always creating content, and like I've been saying this for a while, but I'm like the master of procrastinating. But like I always tell the kids, like, make me a list of things you want me to buy, so that when you come here, like you have like little things having a video. And it's funny because we always use like a little wooden spoon, but that big one would be funny, like.
Dude, I just have like, I see things just like, I'll scroll through because I'll get my ideas. Like I'll just like, when I'm like in a little bit of a creative space, I'll just hop on the For You page and I'm just watching and waiting. And then I'll see a TikTok like, oh, the thing to your right of you is going to make you famous. And literally as I'm watching this video, I look to the right of me and my big spoon's hanging on my wall. And so I was like, okay, there's a TikTok idea. 5 minutes later, I got a funny video. Like the spoon.
Yeah, I think you got to incorporate more in videos. Like I think you should like make it like you guys have like it's your best friend, like draw. Like you ever watch Ed and Eddie?
Yeah.
Like
Plank. Yeah.
Yeah, like You know what I'm saying? You got to go all in on that.
I know that. I know we got some ideas coming up for sure for that. But yeah, I think that's like one of the things that like kind of, I don't want to say like made me by any means, but like I remember the first time I talked to like Mike Marino, that's like when my dad made my first big wooden spoon, and I sent it to Mike Marino, and he goes, dude, that's the funniest freaking thing I've ever seen in my life. And then like we started talking more, and like that's like the first like really like kind of famous person that I met doing like content, and the whole wooden spoon page is like, I was in Jersey, just like my aunt was there and my cousins were working on a soccer thing. They're administrators and coaches in soccer. So, and Mike Marino's like, yeah, come by my house, do a podcast. So Mike Marino's like 30 minutes away from where they're staying. It was just like the perfect timing and everything. So I like hung out with Mike Marino at his house, and we shot his podcast.
But he invited me too. I've been meaning to do a podcast with Mike. It's just I've been like that one I really wanted to do in person, but yeah,
Yeah.
I've been meaning to do a podcast with him.
Yeah, we just did one the other week. He is honestly, I think, one of the most underratedly funny like human beings. Like when I was hanging out with him,
He was a trendsetter, bro. Like he went
oh,
viral.
100%.
He's a legend.
Yeah, we were talking about the people that would do stand up at the store. It was like, oh yeah, it'd be like me, Joey Diaz, Joe Rogan, Tammy Pescatelli, like just killers. And I was like, and he's still at it, doing shows, selling shows out, like all over the place. He's funny. He's really
He's a
funny.
legend.
He goes, Sebastian used to open up for him back in the day.
Yeah, it's funny, right? It's funny how things work out.
Yeah, but
Sebastian selling MSG 4 times in 2 days. You know,
that's insanity.
pre-pandemic.
I wouldn't say I see Sebastian, but I got tickets to the VMAs, I guess the year 2019. And we won tickets like through his Instagram page. It says, hey, we're giving away tickets or something like that. The whole thing are free tickets, but I won it through like his contest specifically, and our seats were like right next to like the walkout area to the stage. Excuse me. And somebody was performing, and like he was ready to get back up stage, and like my brother and I were like, yo, Sebastian, like waved at him, and then he like waved at us and stuff. But it's cool. Like,
well, I got to meet him too at
I definitely didn't get to meet him. I'm not gonna say I met him, but he said what's up.
No, he's cool. He's cool. But yeah, bro, he's an A-list. He's probably one of the biggest Italians in the game right now.
I think he's one of the biggest comedians in the whole world.
Yeah.
To sell out Madison Square Garden 4 times is not many people could do that.
Yeah, yeah. You know, like people really wanted that show.
Yeah, I saw him and when he was in Buffalo, he freaking killed. He was so funny.
Yeah, I think like he's not only for Italians either. I think everybody loves him.
Yeah, he's pretty mainstream, I'd say.
Yeah, like he, you know, like everybody could relate, bro. Like everybody people watches, you know, like.
Yeah, because I mean, he'll go up and got his wife's Jewish, so it's like different cultures marrying together. It's like that type of humor. Like everybody can relate to that.
Yeah, at the end of the day, yeah.
Yeah. So who's like kind of like one of the most famous people that you met, like just through growing up Italian and everything? I saw you had Catherine Narducci in studio. That's insane.
Oh, yo, Catherine and me got so close, bro. We're actually supposed to go for lunch soon, but yeah.
She seems like the nicest person in the whole wide world.
Bro, she's literally the nicest person. I actually connected with her because of my friend Nico, New York Nico, and he like we had lunch one day at the shop, and then like bro, we became so close. Literally, like we speak all the time. She's been filming for the show she's doing, and I was literally talking the other day, and through her I met so many other people. Like I met Vinny Pastore that at one of her art shows.
Yeah.
Chad Palmentieri, like just legends, you know, like. And what she tells them is like, this is the biggest Italian podcaster in the world. I'm like, yo, don't be saying that to people. Like, you know, it's like too much pressure. Like,
yeah.
She's like, what? Like, because, you know, Vinny Pastore just did a podcast. She's like, you should be on his. And I'm like, he just started one, like, you know.
He's doing it with Goomba Johnny, I think, right?
Yeah, I was like, he just started, you know, like, I'm like, I don't want to bother this guy, you know, like, he's a legend, you know. But, and meeting him was great. Vinny Pastore was, like, so hilarious, bro.
Yeah, he seems like a cool dude. He was actually at the VMAs, too, at, like, the same time, and I don't know. It was just, we weren't there as celebs. We were just there just because we got some tickets and wanted to go to Newark.
The biggest person I met I mean, it depends. Like, you know, if you want to hear like who the biggest person an 18-year-old would say, like that's definitely Mattia Polibio. Like,
That kid's on another level of TikTok fame.
yeah, like he's one of the biggest. And I put out a podcast with him before even promoting it, thousands of views. Like
Yeah.
people just search this kid.
Hmm.
Like I've never, like I don't think if I did a podcast for anyone else, like you think of any other Italian, like even Sylvester Stallone, if I did a podcast with him, like I don't know if it would have been like that crazy in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like at a
Yeah, but
jump.
it's the demographics for sure, because there's little 8, 9, 10-year-old girls that are like love this kid that are YouTubing him every day.
Exactly. So, and you know, like there wasn't a lot of videos of him talking and stuff like that. Like not talking, but like he never. I was really like one of his first podcasts. Like he did one the same day, but it wasn't like a personality podcast. It was like a soccer podcast.
Yeah.
So like everybody went crazy for that, you know?
I know that's like a thing too, because I mean, someone like Sylvester Stallone, like you were saying, they've got so many videos out, and like it's everything that, and I've seen that too, because I did an interview with Tammy Pescatelli, who's like an old school comic, she's still killing the game, but I was like, because I was trying to do a little research before I like shot with her, and she had like maybe 1 or 2 podcasts with people before.
I love that. When I'm like, that's why like, you know, I'm kind of selective with what we do now because like I want to do something like kind of theme oriented and like, you know, something that just like is gonna hit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like at this point it's about making sure like the episode does well too, you know?
For sure, for sure. I mean, like even like you see like guys like Dave Portnoy, he's doing a podcast with Josh Richards, the BFFs podcast. I don't know if you've seen that.
I mean, I know Portnoy is like with all these TikTokers now, but I really don't. Those kids, I don't know their names like apart. I just know like the main ones, you know, like Charlie and Dixie. I know those, and then that's just recently because I did my homework. My 4-year-old daughter says she loves Charlie D'Amelio. Like that's crazy, you know.
Oh my god, the video you put up with you and your daughter the other day, I forget like the whole context about it, or that was hilarious though.
Yeah, she's a character. She's gonna be famous one day.
Yeah, be on the look. I'm sure
Yeah,
maybe
I manage her too, you know.
You manage a bunch of people too, right?
Yeah. I mean, kind of like now, not as many on paper.
Yeah.
Like for me, if I manage someone, like it's got to be on paper, or else like I won't like. To me, to successfully manage somebody, like I need to use like all my connections, like all my knowledge, and I wouldn't do that if I didn't have paperwork on someone. But like, let's say all these young kids that we have on board, like I definitely feel like I'm managing them or like being their big brother in this game.
Yeah.
But like I won't say like, yeah, I'm your manager until like I know like it's worth it for you and for me. If not, like I'd rather put them in the right direction. And you know, so like let's say someone becomes a huge star, like, okay, I don't know. I could be like your day to day, like handle certain things for you, but you might need somebody else, you know?
Yeah, 100% for
It's
sure.
always like the people I'm working with now that I'm their manager, like I want what's best for them. So I really would like only become their manager if it was like 100% what they needed. You know what I'm saying?
Is this something you were doing like even before like growing up Italian and everything like that?
Uh, kind of simultaneously. I mean, I probably did it a little bit before, yeah.
Right.
But then, like, because of that is the reason why
you got more connections.
Is the reason why my cousin and sister were like, "Yo, you should be doing the podcast for Growing Up Italian," or like, you know, join us to do the podcast.
I know. I mean, I absolutely like love Growing Up Italian. Like, I think your guys' page is probably it definitely is like the most authentic page online for sure, hands down. Because not only like
why? So I'll ask you since like you know you said that, but why do you think we're the most authentic? Like, what separates us from our competitors?
Well, not only do you all guys speak fluent Italian, which I mean, you could call me out. I'm still learning. I'm not gonna say like I speak Italian fluently because that's not. But
Are you doing any like lessons or anything?
I got like Duolingo. I'll listen to like some podcasts. I'm trying. I mean,
I got a couple of different things for you to do too. Like I'm gonna put you on.
Okay, for sure.
I got this one app and I got this other thing. I'm gonna put you on too.
All right, for sure. But not only that, when I was hanging out with you guys in Brooklyn at the Panini shop, literally you guys are so old school and so tight knit to the community. Every single person like that walked by, you guys knew each other's like first name. You guys were on a first name basis with everybody who walked by that shop. You guys are like you guys are the community in Brooklyn. You guys are like a great family. Every single one of you guys.
Just to give like, a little background, like my father owned like it's not a pork store, it's a deli. Like used to be a fruit and vegetable store for 26 years. You know? So like, yeah, we know everybody in the neighborhood, and like Williamsburg used to have a lot of social clubs. So like we literally grew up in this shit, like we grew up Italian, like no faking this. Like we didn't learn the culture through a movie or like from other people telling us what it is. Like,
yeah, and it's not only that too. It's like you could see it in your content. Like even I'm like one to like almost force stuff sometimes, but like everything's so natural with you guys. And even as people, like I could tell all you guys are like incredibly like family oriented and very hardworking, and like that's what I see from you guys. And I respect like you guys like more than anybody in the world.
nah, I appreciate that, bro. It means a lot. Yeah, we just like, we're like, we grew up in a business too. So, we kind of take, like, I feel like to do what we're doing, like you need to be a good business person also. Like
100%.
you gotta know how to communicate with people. You need to know how to get the most out of people. You know what I'm saying? You need to know how to motivate people.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're recently like doing so much better because of all these kids I added to the team. Like we never wanted to add any kids to Growing Up Italian. Like I said, yo, me, Michela, Rocco are enough. And then we gave my cousin Azadia, my two other cousins opportunities. And then we were like, we're good. But now I'm like, yo, we need more. Like, like we have this office, we have this wall where it's like the contents are just hidden. Like, let's do TikToks on our video. And what we're doing on Instagram, like everybody, if you put like a viral video out, bro, every Italian page posts it.
Yeah.
But when you create it with the watermark right behind you, there's no stopping that. Like,
yep,
you did the video, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's
that's
no
why
stopping.
I 100% agree. And like when people start like getting famous, like sharing other people's content, that's like, I don't know. Like I love, like that's another reason why you guys are like the best. You guys are creating content in-house with you and your, like you guys, it's you. It's Growing Up Italian. It's Sabino, it's Michela, it's Rocco, it's Rosaria, it's Mario, and like Antonio. Like we see you guys. It's not like a picture
That's
of the
my cousin
Godfather. Everything.
She does a lot of videos too.
What was that?
But yeah, like that's exactly what it is. And I want to shout out to like Tamara, Gina, Nikki Boy, Vin, Elijah, the other kids that are on the way that are in the bag. Like they're really creative, bro. Like they come in and it's not like I gotta tell them do this. Like I don't gotta teach them. They do their own variations, and that's what makes us so good because I'll see them doing that, and I might take the complete opposite take from it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
So, it's a win-win.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I like go back to, is because like I love making my own content too. Granted, like it's hard to like find the time for it sometimes, but that's why I love the giant spoon thing. Like I feel like that's kind of like my thing now because it's what people know me by is the giant spoon, and I try to use that as much as I can. And
I really want to see you start doing more videos with the spoon being like plank, like put him in the seat belt and like putting sunglasses on it. Like you gotta go all in on that.
I will. I got some. All right, I got some things I'm thinking about now.
Anything from this podcast, like at least get that from me. Like
I know. I'm dying because I feel like once I hit 50K, I plateaued a little bit, and now I'm hungry for that 100K now.
Bro, I'm telling you, the creative fund probably ruined you. Now you said it, because like we did it for a little bit, and I was like, oh hell no.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, we were making like $60, $70 every couple of days, and I'm like, nah, this is still not worth it.
Yeah.
Like there's no amount of money for growth, like what are you gonna make like a G or two a month and like lose growing followers? Like that's hustling backwards, like
Yeah, I mean at the end of the day, like you see you're stepping over dollars for pennies.
Yeah, like it's not worth it. And I told some of my kids too that we're in the creative fund. I'm like, yo, stop playing. Like, let's grow right now. Cause like, I'm only as strong as my weakest link too, like I'm really going all in with this team I have right now. Cause there's a lot of people in tune asking what we're doing too. Like the Italian house, like I have people that are producers at places that are asking me what's going on. Like,
That's exciting
I
stuff,
mean,
man.
it's like it doesn't make sense for us not to grow right now. You know,
For
there's
sure.
a lot of eyes on us.
I think for like the top 1% of creators, like the Charlies, the Dixies, those guys, the Creator Fund obviously was made for those people, I feel like. And like, and it gave other people an excuse to,
It's like people, excuse me. It's like people that people are gonna go to their page regardless.
yeah,
Where like sometimes like we do definitely have like diehard fans, but like, you know, we really hit when we hit the For You page on TikTok, you know?
yeah, for sure.
So
Well, I see some real exciting things, and like, I guess both of our futures, hopefully we could get some sort of charity fight night, something where we get some people
yeah,
together.
set it up, bro. You know who you got to text after this.
Yeah, I know.
That's the first piece I want. And then, you know, get it going. Because I'm sure Vin would be down. You know, I know a bunch of people would be down too.
I know. I feel like even like just announcing it, especially if we like say this happens like in a perfect world and like you guys announce something like it, I think it'll attract a ton of people.
We go nuts.
And I think we could like say we get someone like Mike Marino or Rodia to commentate, make it even better. That'd be hilarious. Like then you get the comedy aspect, you get the fight.
I'm pretty sure both of those guys would pick up my phone call, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'd call Mike right now, get him on the phone.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know those guys, I know they see what we're doing too, you know? So,
yeah.
well, you know, like that's the one thing I'll say is like being in this game, like you got to realize the value you bring too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, everybody around, like growing up Italians is going to be like a force in this Italian media game. Like, you know, it's only a matter of time.
For sure. Well, bro, I really appreciate you hopping on. This is honestly a blast for me.
Yeah, me too, bro. Let's talk soon, bro. Let me know when you come to Brooklyn. You know, we'll do some content.
Dude, I'm coming to Brooklyn. I'm bringing a ton of spoons. We're doing something real soon for sure.
Yeah, bro, let's do it.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Everybody else, go follow Growing Up Italian on everything: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
If you're from us, and do the same to Wooden Spoon. You know, check them out.
Follow me. Come follow the Wooden Spoon. We need it.
Listen, I definitely want the audio to this too. So we'll talk about it later, though.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Ciao, everybody.
Ciao.